Non-Americans are calling out things Americans say that scream, I'm an American. And wow, I guess I'm gonna stop talking for a while. Fellow Americans, prepare to be roasted. Let's get into it. All right, let's go. A while ago, Reddit user, the omnipotent Koi, asked the internet, non-Americans of Reddit, what's something someone can say that indirectly screams, I'm an American? Non-Americans share tons of hilarious things Americans say all the time, and it's so accurate, it hurts. Here are some of the top voted responses. Number 1, when you ask where they are from, Australian, I'm from Australia. British, I'm from the UK. Indian, I'm from India. Chinese, I'm from China. I was getting into murky waters there. American, I'm from Wisconsin. Yeah, that's the American while abroad refers to their state, when most people in the world would just say, like, if I'm going somewhere in Asia, somebody asks me where I'm from, I'm going to say Canada. I could say British Columbia. They might not know who British Columbia is. Even funnier is I could say, I'm from Vancouver. Well, they might know Vancouver, but even then, it's like, yeah, you should just say the country. It makes more sense. Just be more specific. Not everybody knows what Wisconsin is or where Wisconsin is. Number 2, quote, the college experience, unquote. I don't really understand this one. Is this referring to people referring to their experience or going to college in the future as the college experience? It's like, is that the only reason they're going, for the college experience? Is that just like the frat boy, stupid, promiscuous, garbage, like, stereotypes that people think about college? Is that what the college experience is? I don't like, you're not really going there to learn. You're just going there to socialize and do dirty things. Number 3, saying sophomore, senior, etc. Yeah, we don't say those here in Canada, sophomore or senior. We're just, we never did it. I don't know. Number 4, month, day, year. Yeah, it should be day, month, year. Day, month, year makes obviously the most sense. Month, day, year really is kind of, I don't know. There's different opinions on it. It's whatever. Who cares? I would say day, month, year makes the most sense. I honestly, I had people comment on this because they're like, oh, when I was like, I don't really care about this that much. People were like, oh, well, you should care. Like, it makes more sense to do it like this. Everybody else does it like this. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I worked for the police for a couple years, and I honestly couldn't really remember, but I feel like we did month, day, year. I feel that in my heart, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100%. Who cares? Number 5, it was 90 degrees outside. Yeah, just speaking in, referring to Fahrenheit. I hope that's a reasonable number. Most people use Celsius. That's okay. Why didn't you leave a tip? Yeah, tipping's out of control. Even here in Canada, it's the same thing. You're going through like a retail store where it's just a cashier who's literally scans one item in front of you, and then there's a tip option. And then you have to do the whole awkward, like, oh, I got to hit number 1 to skip the tip option. And then the cashier's staring at you like, really? We're doing tips now for... However, I could go on a whole tirade, and one of my favorite tipping conversations of all time is the scene from Reservoir Dogs. Of course, Mr. Pink he's not a fan of tipping, but he brings up some good points. He's like, you tip the worker at McDonald's? No. But why not? See, society tells you to tip these people, but not these people. But now society is trying to just tip everybody, which is outrageous. I was taking a walking tour in Ireland once, and the guide mentioned Notre Dame. So this is how I pronounce it. I pronounce it Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Whatever. Who cares? For some reason, this American guy tried to correct her pronunciation. It's not Notre Dame. The American guy tried to correct her pronunciation as Notre Dame, Notre Dame, not Notre Dame, and it was wildly uncomfortable few minutes. Yeah, people pronounce things differently in different parts of the world. Who cares? 8, asking for ranch. Wow, they really got a shot in the face there. I call ranch dressing American sauce. One time when eating with a group of friends, I said, "Pass me the American sauce," and they all knew what I was talking about. It's dumb, but I get a kick out of it because ranch feels so American. Even the name, ranch. What a cowboy thing to call it. Yeah, ranch dressing. I'm not a fan of ranch dressing, so no opinion on this one, really. I do understand that Americans, especially obese Americans, probably really like the ranch. Depends on what state you're in. Okay. Yeah, I understand that the United States has different states and laws in various states, but other countries around the world also have that. So, number 10, recommending a brand of medication. Whoa, somebody seriously needs a Midol. I have no idea what's going on in this video. 11, whenever I hear mirror instead of mirror, I don't know. I say it mirror, mirror, mirror. Okay. Mirror. Yeah. I don't say mirror. At least I try to say mirror. I try to phonetically pronounce it. I can only be on myself. That's the way I say it. I drove myself to the hospital. I rode in an ambulance once when I was 17. It cost me $960. God damn it. $1,000 for a ride in the ambulance? Who the hell in their right mind thinks that is reasonable? For how much taxes are they paying that they can't even get a frickin' I vowed that if I have another medical emergency that I'm calling a limo. Yeah, might as well at that point. Number 13, have a good day. Used in an argument aggressively. I'm out of sorts this morning. 14, asking about / knowing one's credit score. Is knowing your credit score a bad thing? I don't know. I mean, credit scores are a thing. Doesn't seem like it's a bad idea to know what your credit score is. It's going to affect how you get certain loans and various things in life. However, just asking people about it randomly is weird. Like, credit score is something I would think about on a like semi-monthly basis, maybe, or even like have it brought up. It's not something daily or weekly I'm going to be like, what's my credit score? I wake up in the morning, what's my credit score? Or I'm just having a conversation with people about life and I'm like, oh yeah, so what's your credit score? Oh yeah, mine's 760. Pretty good. Pretty good, I might say. Pretty good. Like, what's the max on the credit score anyways? Like 900, 850? I don't know. I know mine is very good. Apparently that's what I've been told anyways. However, one time I missed a cell phone bill payment by accident. And my credit score, like, I got I was notified that my credit score had depreciated because I missed a bill by accident. It's not like I didn't pay it. So our entire economic system is absolutely insane and stupid, and rich get richer, poor get poorer. That's the way it works. When they say everyone else has an accent, but they do not, yes, everybody in the world has accents. We've been through this. 16. Thinking I have a British accent. I'm Aussie. I'm Australian. I can't do an Australian accent very good. I'll try to do my best. Hi, what's going on down there? That song wasn't very good. I really like the Chris Hemsworth in Furiosa. It's what I... Ready, steady, go! Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. This is really bad. Well, hello. My name's Ben. I'm going to be your tour guide for today. We're going down to the river, the Billabong, and we're going to search for some crocs. Crocodiles. I know in America you have crocodiles. I'm sorry, you have alligators. I was completely wrong on that one. My Australian accent is really struggling right now. I know that they say like. I really like that, mate. Can I talk slower for you for 5 minutes? We're going to go down the road and we're going into the outback and hopefully we don't have any car troubles, eh? Right. Yeah, I would not mistake an Aussie for a Brit. I do feel Aussie is one of my favorite accents and is also one of the hardest ones to do. I always find accents interesting because certain ones you can do, certain ones like you're going to be called, you're going to be in some hot water. I've been employed for 90 days, so I can finally sign up for insurance. Okay. Usually when someone says y'all, How's it going, y'all? I've been living in the States for over a decade. I bought my mom this cleaning product that was cinnamon and clove scented, and I told her it smelled like Christmas. She just looked at me weird and said, wow, I guess you really are an American. 20. I'm driving a manual. Okay. Are you supposed to say standard? Standard gear shift? Manual gear shift? In Canada, we probably interchangeably say manual and standard. I gotta say though, I love driving a good standard vehicle. So fun. Finally, when they assume other people are also American. This happens to me all the time. People comment on my videos, assuming that I'm an American. You know. Fellow American. Non-Americans, what are some other things Americans say that are clear giveaway that they're American? Let us know in the comments. It's almost like every country and culture has different sayings and traditions. Wild. Yeah, that's a pretty good comment. Yeah. This wasn't really the greatest illuminating list for roasting Americans. I just think it's, yeah, that a few of them I had to say that. Like, people pronounce it, there's different sayings, people do things differently around the world. It's fine. As long as they're not assholes or really, really, abhorrent, callous, cruel people, and they have some sort of humility and kindness and general humanity to them. I'm interested in them. I don't care where they're from. So Americans, we love them. Their president, we don't. And all the people surrounding his president, and all the people that are, continually having to purchase brand new knee pads so they can get on their knees for the president. Yeah, those people, not a big fan. All right, see you soon.